Alright, so round six is in Gisborne. It is called the Temple of Speed because of the very long straights and the challenging corners to come in this track. 6.8 kilometers worth of track here in Gisborne. It is located in New Zealand. So yeah, so this is gonna be a very interesting qualifying since ND set really good lap times. I think I saw him set a 1:28 here in Gisborne before it actually started. So yeah, it's most likely ND could be taking pole here in this qualifying session. Five, and last season only five drivers managed to finish the race in Gisborne last season. So uh yeah, could we see the same happen again this season? Now going I also missed, and then immediately goes faster of a second. Now let's see who. And Hartman goes second. Uh, if with a mid 129. But let's take a look at who's on the end of their flying lap. If they want to continue, who's that? So currently Andy is on provisional pole with 129.215. Yeah, let's take a go on board look with off ROBLOX who's currently on his at the end of his flying lap. Is he gonna improve? No, he does not. So I think for ROBLOX he's starting another flying lap. Let's take a go at on board look with Hartman just starting sector 3. Now just gonna be lifting off with the left hander right there. It just goes a little bit wide. And now it's going to be going through the fast 3 corners right there. Though you don't even need to actually lift off. Now as it goes through the very very long straight, and then the final 2 corners, just braking just before the 50-meter board, just going through the final 2 corners, and possibly gets the apex. Now going up to the line, where is he going to improve his time? No, he does not improve his time. The blocks improve. Oh, I think that. And I think that's for Block's fourth one done. Bingo 7. Axel go 6. there's a corner cut right there. So Harman must be looking out for Andy in this race because Andy tends to be very very good at this track. So Harman must be a little bit worried that the championship gap will close, and it's gonna be 5 lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. So it looks like who gets the better start. But look at Ayo Smith. Oh, Ayo Smith with a corner cut right there. He was actually battling for the lead right there, but that unfortunate corner cut put an end to his put an end to the challenge for the lead for now. But look at Gareth. He's actually up into second. He gets past from blocks in and Hartman. But look at a slipstream for Hartman. Just gonna try to take the lead right there. He takes the lead right there, but he's gonna be going to the hairpin right there. Just breaking really early. Look at the amount of cars going into the hairpin. And I think Gareth almost takes the lead right there, but oh, Hartman goes by. Oh, Andy almost with a corner cut. And that was a big, that was a that was a major save from Andy right there, just trying to prevent the car from getting going right there. But as he going to the first corner, look at the amount of cars just going in once more, and Andy comes out on top for now. But as we come up to the flat out section of sector one, Exo takes the lead. Somehow he takes the lead out of all the drivers. I think Gareth had a pretty poor round through the first sector, and he's fallen off quite massively. But look at the top five, just separated by a tenth. By I think no, it's by half a second, and I think Harman's actually lost all that time. But he's gonna for Bloxian with for Bloxian the fastest lap was 29 flat, which is actually 2 tenths, almost 2 tenths faster than the pole lap time, which is a 129.2. I think Harman he's actually dropped back a little, but it's gonna get a lot of slipstream going downhill, and then coming to the end of sector one, and I think Harman might just made a very poor exit out of the flat out section. I think Dodge just went even wider, but look at Axel, he's gonna try and take the lead from Andy. Um, but look at the amount of slipstream that Harman's gonna get from behind. But who's gonna make the first mistake? And what's happened to Harman? He's actually dropped off really massively, and he's gonna be under pressure from Gareth. So either Harman made a very big mistake somewhere on the track, or he's just lost a lot of I just got the dot here. Oh, those goes very wide right there. Those goes wide again. So I think that's his challenge pretty much over. And look at Axel and Andy just separated by by 0 seconds right there on the standings, and I think Andy just gained about almost a tenth on both Blocks and Axel. But to go into the first corner, who's gonna get the lead? And I think it is Axel just barely taking the lead, but Andy just steals the lead back immediately. And yeah, the top three is still separated by a tenth. Uh, so it looks like Doge and Harman has just dropped off massively from the leading pack. But going into the the triple chicane, is Andy gonna maintain his lead, or is it just gonna? Oh, I think for blocks in my made a mistake there. Was just my game lagging again. But going uphill is just Axel and Andy. He's trying to not take the same line as Axel, just to not let Axel have the slipstream from Andy. But going to the left hander, who's looks like Andy with a really good exit right there. Just gonna gain slightly a little bit of time, but then going into the very long straight, one of the long straights in the track. So who's gonna get the lead? It's also a slipstream. Uh oh, Andy almost saves another one. Just almost saves another corner cut right there. Try not to like what Wesley said, one mistake and but so it's one mistake and you're probably gonna fall off, but it's not gonna be end of the world just yet because you're just only 6 laps into the race. Avanti GP. And what's happened to Axel? And what's happened to Axel? He's dropped off really massively, so it must be a little bit. Oh, and he goes a little bit wide right there. Oh, Axel. Yes, he just got. now in the first round, Robloxian just missed out on his maiden podium in his first race here in this championship. So yeah, Robloxian, he's back and he wants to make a statement he wants to make a statement and shows that he can be one of the very best in this division. Now, is he got? Did he just have a go at Andy right there? Oh, I think he just did have a go at Andy, but Andy's just gonna steal one back from Bloxian. Oh, Bloxian goes wide. It looks like Doji's actually catching up to Axel, and he's gonna be putting the pressure on Axel right there. He's just only 7 tenths behind 7 tenths behind Axel. It looks like Axel has really fallen off quite a lot in this race. So yeah, a 5 car actually a 6 car battle for in the first lap becomes a 2 car battle on lap 8. So yeah, that shows that how many mistakes the drivers has actually done in this race so far. But from Loxian, he's gonna try and put his own pressure on Andy. Uh, but Andy, he tends to be really really quick on this track, so it'll be also I'm would expect Andy to win. Uh, because last season's pre-quali he did 128. I think no drivers has actually done a 128 on equal cars before, but on time trial with the tire wear are coming to play. Yeah, and he's the possibly the only driver to have done a 128 with tire wear. But look at for blocks, and he just had almost has a go at Andy. Andy, but look at those. Oh, Doge. Now we could very well. Now this could very well be this could be a 4 horse race for second because Axel he's actually caught up to from Bloxin quite a bit, but yeah, he's got to watch for Doge and Harmon behind. But I think Doge has slipstream, but he's gonna break a little because of the slipstream, which gives you extra speed. Um, so yeah, that's not gonna work out for Doge at the moment. But he has slipstream, but he's got to watch out for the triple chicane. Pretty fierce on its corner cutting. Oh, so yeah, for blocks, they're trying to keep within 1.5 seconds so as to not lose so as to not lose ground to Andy right there. But yeah, it's currently 9 tenths behind the Andy. But I think this, but I don't think this will be a four-horse race for a second. This is might as well going to be a three-horse race for third. But look at for Bloxy, he's actually catching up to Andy. Is he gonna have a go through the S's? Is he gonna try to get past Andy? No, he's too far back. And he's like, whoa, Andy goes wide. And Andy punching the air because of the very bad pit entry from him. But oh, Andy might just reverse to the pit box. That was a very bad pit stop right there. So for Bloxy, he gets the edge of Andy in this pit stop. But look at Axel and Hartman really close together. But this guy get bad pit exit. Oh, look at this. Now let's take a look at battle for second place between Axel and Andy. And Hartman's actually lost ground again in a battle. So yeah, this is gonna be a really average race. It's gonna be losing several points to Andy. So yeah, Andy and Zero Denial has just set the fastest lap of the race with 128.9. So Oh, that's a corner cut right there. So that's one. So one too many saves at that final corner might just come around to bit him. Uh, just came around to bit him, but he's actually gonna try and gain time. Just try and gain back the time he lost due to that corner cut right there. But Axel just gonna just keep second place for now. But it's very close. Look at that. Axel just losing a little bit of time right there, and he's under a second once more. So Andy must be Andy must be very very careful, or else he'll if he's too aggressive at that final corner once again, then yeah, yeah, it'll be a repeat of the previous lap. But Axel with the slipstream. But look at that, Andy just with a huge amount of speed for blocks and weaving just to break the slipstream. But who's gonna get the lead into the first corner? It's Roblox versus Andy, but Axel he wants to join Frey and join the battle for the lead. But and I think Andy might just taking the lead from for Bloxen right there and then. So yeah, going through the S's. Oh, Andy might just made a mistake. Andy just saving again. So Andy saving the car once again from the corner car. I think it's been one too many times. I think it's the sixth time that he's actually saved the car from going off the line. So yeah, but look at that. A, a one horse. Yeah, so yeah, the battle for the lead has actually returned, and this time it's a three-car battle for the lead. With Hartman just falling behind with only 2.6 seconds to Andy. So look at that zero denial. He's actually gonna pass Doge, and Axel he's completely on lag, and he's actually made a mistake right there, and that's gonna make Hartman try and have a go at Axel for third place, but the challenge is to no avail. Oh, Andy goes wide. Andy goes wide right there. That's a slight mistake right there, and for boxing just barely takes back the lead. But look at the amount of speed Andy has through the flat out section of sector 3. So yeah, going into the 42 corners is gonna take the lead of this race, and Andy almost gets another corner car. I think it's the seventh time this race that Andy has actually saved the car from going off the line. So yeah, it's pretty much now back to Andy versus Robloxian for the win. But look at that for Bloxian just and he goes very wide right there. But for Bloxian, might just goes on the edge of Andy right there. But behind for third place is just the senior team versus the junior team. If Hartman's academy team. Uh, yeah, just the two Hartman academy teams just battling out for the final podium spot. Okay, for blocks and just being very persistent, just being very persistent, trying not to lose time to Andy. And I think Andy might just made a very huge corner cut right there, and Andy just lost. He might just surrender the lead to for Bloxy, and he's got a small breakaway of almost a second right there, and Andy could be very much in danger of the two Hartman academy teams right behind Andy.
Hartman and meanwhile Hartman and Axel still battling for third place right here. Axel just ahead by the smallest of teams right there. Looks like there were some stream issues actually, as the audio cut off for some reason. YouTube telling me that no audio was coming through to YouTube. So I'm not sure how much of the commentary has gone through actually. The quality should be good again. The viewers should be able to hear us again. I'm not sure for how long that issue was. Looking at distance, it looks like the battle for P5 might still be on between Gareth and Zero Deny, who's really made a comeback in his race. Looking to be, despite being on slightly older tyres, it looks like he is right now the quickest man on track right now. So he's only a couple of tenths behind Gareth in 5th place. Looking to make a move soon as he's running a little bit wide. Zero Denial trying to get back past. He might have to deal with a little bit of dirty F first, so he's still all over the back of Gareth for fifth place in this race. Meanwhile, a change for position at the front. We're actually looking at the front now. Look at that. We've got a 4-way fight for the lead right now as ND and Robloxian dropped off a little bit, allowed Axel and Hartman to catch up again. And look at that. With just over 4 laps to go, we got a 4-way fight for the win right now. Going to be great to see how this is going to unfold, of course. It's 3 wide going into the final corner. Who's going to surge ahead going through the final corner? It looks like Andy might be the one to do that. Yes, Andy barely ahead of Roblox in 2nd place. Let's look at the delta times as they cross the line. They are within 2 tenths of each other, the top 4 drivers. They all are in contention of the win. And who would have thought that 5 laps ago when especially Hartman was quite far, relatively far behind the race leader and looking out of contention. Look at that. They are now within half a tenth of each other. Back fighting for the win or 4 of the mark. Robloxian has dropped down to 4th place on our screens right now. He is in 3rd according to the leaderboards. Now he's shown in 4th place. And
look at that, Axel. Look at that, Axel and Hartman just putting the pressure. So both Hartman Academy team just putting the pressure on Andy right there. So yeah, the Hartman Academy team just working in tandem just to make a quick work of Andy. So yeah, it's both champions on the podium. So it is the two champions on the podium.
But who's going to
But
finish ahead of who? That's the question. As Andy now gets back up to the lead. Very good sequence of corners for him. He gets a small breakaway, but all the cars behind him are going to get slipstream, and he isn't. So that's going to allow the rest to catch back up again. And now it's just and now, as we are in the closing stage of this race, no one can really afford to make a mistake at this point, because it's going to take a couple of laps in order to catch back again. And speaking of mistakes, it seems like Hartman has just done that mistake that has cost him a shot at victory in this race. He's now fallen back 3 seconds back, and he's out of podium contention. A lag spike, he reports. That's really unfortunate for him to lose out on a potential win due to a lag spike. So really unfortunate to see. And now we're down to 3 cars fighting for the win in this race. It's between Axel, ROBLOX, and Andy.
Andy might have just made a small mistake right there. It's gonna lose him a couple of tenths right there. But Andy, he's gonna get past ROBLOX in immediately after making that very small mistake right there. So Andy does not take. So he takes he takes mistakes, even the smallest of mistakes, very seriously, as he wants to win and get the advantage in the championship lead.
Andy with a mistake that has cost him a lot of time. And he might be out of the fight now. He is within a second though, so he's still going to get a little bit of slipstream compared to the cars in front, but it may be a bit too much to do now. Has Sever actually caused the leg spike, I wonder, due to him joining mid-race? Because we had 2 drivers just getting leg spikes, with Hartman and I believe Gareth getting a leg spike, but did Sever just screw over one of the other guys? And Sever, please don't join when the race is already going on. That you're not supposed to do that. Anyway.
But looks like ROBLOX may just made a very bad exit.
Andy with a big mistake going off very much, and that has cost him a shot at victory. It looks like it. He got a very big slowdown by going wide by too much.
And he's 2.1. And he's 2.3 seconds behind. So it is. It
looks like the fight for the win is between the guys who are separated by pretty much nothing right now. Nothing between those 2 cars right now, as they are going uphill, approaching the hairpin section of this track, with 1.5 laps to go in this race, going through the final sector now, entering the final sector. It's Axel barely in the lead for ROBLOX, trying to take better lines, trying to take the corners a bit faster. Doesn't look like he's able to do that, with Axel just about hanging on to the lead. Could there be any surprise? It looks like Andy, unfortunately, is out of contention for this win, with almost 1 lap to go in this race. As they're now both approaching the final corner. ROBLOX and Axel. Looks like Axel might have slightly missed the apex right there, but still pretty much even heading onto the final lap. ROBLOX trying to break the toe. There's no use in doing that, as Axel is ahead in his screen. I understand the intention, but I'm afraid that the
final lap. Who's gonna come on top? Could Axel take his second win of the season, or ROBLOX could be taking his maiden win? Yeah, and it looks like Axel almost gets a corner cut right there. And Axel with a very bad exit.
Bit wide, that's a poor run, but not a harsh corner cut though. Only a minor slowdown for him. He's still in the fight for the win. It's very close. They both can't afford to make mistakes right now. Andy seems to be pretty much out of contention, unless both drivers make a mistake, but I don't see that happening, although it is possible with both drivers under huge pressure right now, trying to keep it on the road and trying to, at the same time, have enough pace to get ahead of the other driver when they cross the line in half a lap
both
time.
Drivers, they gotta watch for Andy. So if both of them makes a mistake, Andy could very much catch back up. So a few mistakes and they're done for. So
Andy pushing like a madman now, trying to catch back up, but it might be a little bit too late, as they only got 1 braking zone to go in this race. It's Axel trying to get his second win of the season, and ROBLOX trying to get his maiden win. It looks like He has secured his maiden podium, but
Oh,
can he
got that.
convert it
Oh,
into a
looks like
maiden win? He's
Roblox, yeah.
braking late, going through the final corner. Can he keep it on the track limits? It's very close between two drivers. Who is going to win the race? They're going
Who's
neck
gonna
and neck.
win?
And
Roblox wins it. Oh, Axel.
whoa,
Axel
whoa,
wins it.
whoa! Was that? Whoa, whoa, whoa! And Axel wins the race by, was that? Were they going
Nothing,
even as they crossed the line? I want to see the result screen. I thought they were even as they crossed the line. How close was that indeed as Doge now crossed the line, comes home in 7th place. Isom is about to be the last finish in 8th. Were they separated by nothing? Whoa.
I saw they were separated by nothing.
Whoa.
But Robloxian just...
Whoa.
Yeah, by nothing.
By nothing.
By nothing.
Insane stuff here. They're pretty much even as they cross the line, and they are separated by nothing here.
And
whoa!
From Bloxian, he's actually very disappointed that he kind of lost the race by nothing. Yeah, we've actually now seen that in Formula Roblox. We haven't seen that in FRL before, but yeah, I think this is the first time this happened in Season 3. Or possibly happen in every single season. So, interesting race here in New Zealand.
Incredible stuff right here. So it's Axel having won the race by under a thousandth of a second. Look at that. And Andy gains back a few points compared to his championship leader, who has finished one position behind him in 4th place. Couldn't get that win, unfortunately, with Zero Denial nicking the fastest lap in 5th place with an excellent first flying lap after the first pit stop. With Gareth coming home in 6th place, Doge has come home in 7th place to score some solid points for the Avanti team, and then Osomus, the substitute, had a pretty disappointing race at the back. But still, he got 8th place. He's going to score solid points for his team, so good effort by him still. Anyway, that was it for this race. What an ending to this race we've had. It's the first time in the league's history that we've had the top 2 drivers separated by nothing. It's the closest finish we've had this time, and it's going to be the shortest finish we're going to see in this league, as closer than this can't be measured by the game. So there we go. So thank you for watching this record-breaking race today, and we will see you next time. We'll see if there will be a stream tomorrow. This will be the last stream on this channel for today. We're going to see when the next stream is going to be. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Wolf, thank you once again for being in the commentary box with me today.
Anytime.
And